Mic check, mic check. There we go. My mic sounds good. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, we're gonna start off on NAS 100. We all know how I like to do my top-down analysis. Start off on NAS 100. We're gonna start off on the daily time frame. Yo, let me know if my music is too loud, chat. Start off on the daily time frame. Overall, bullish direction to buyers. We are at all-time highs on Nasdaq, so we may have some bullish moments to continue. Our previous daily candlestick on Friday closed with a bullish engulfing our previous daily candlestick. So we may have some buys here. We're going to 4-hour time frame. Our 4-hour time frame is indeed bearish though. Our 4-hour time frame took out the previous higher low to the left hand side, as you can see, where sellers decided to regain control on this 4-hour time frame. So daily is bullish, 4 hours bearish. Looking at 1-hour time frame. Looking at 1-hour time frame, we are now going back bullish. Reason being is because we took out this lower high here that created a new low, going back into a bullish structure. So because there's a difference and there's a gap in time frames between this 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame, how they're contradicting each other, meaning our 4-hour is bearish, our 1-hour is bullish. I don't want to really take buys until our 4-hour goes bullish, and that doesn't happen until price reclaim these highs up here. And as far as the sell buys, I don't want to take sell continuation along the 4-hour being bearish until we go bearish on the 1-hour time frame. That doesn't happen until price breaks below this area. So based off of this current range that Nasdaq is in, I don't want to trade this at all. I'd rather trade in a better price action. Right, this price action is indecision because on the 4-hour and the daily are definitely going against each other, but we are in between this range here. We could take some buzz above here. This will be a counter trend buys, but it could still play out. So let's just note that this is a counter trend trade idea. Other than that, we're going to continue. So I don't really want to trade Nasdaq, to be honest. But look at something else. Look at gold. See what gold is doing. Okay, that same thing. Okay, gold is in the same nut ass fucking range that was in last week. Daily time frame overall consolidation. Bullish overall, but inside the consolidation. 4-hour time frame is clearly making new lows. As you can see, we broke these lows to the left hand side here, printing lower lows, lower highs, and we went back bullish above this area. So I want to say the 4-hour is bullish. Going to 1-hour time frame, we're bullish here as well. Let's mark off my current high, our previous high, and our current low. These are the lows I'll look to trade off of. We broke above this previous high to the left hand side, so we can look for a pullback into this area for trend continuation. Yeah, so we can get a pullback into this area for some potential buys. Buys down here look nice. We already inside the pullback phase. We just need this pullback to come back a little bit deeper before I take buy trend continuation. Let's measure this pullback as well. See how far this pullback is actually being. So this will be about a 50% retracement. This is a decent enough pullback. So we could take this gold, but it's not going to happen now. This might more so be a New York session kind of trade. But I do want to note that this is a valid setup to take. And let's look at our other pairs. Look at, nah, I don't want to touch US 30. Let's look at GJ. All right, GJ overall bullish. We're making a new high above this high over here. Look at a 4-hour time frame. 4 hours bearish, making a new low. Going on 1-hour time frame. A 1-hour time frame is bearish as well, making a new low. So I want to sell overall. Looking at our 1-hour time frame, this is our current low and our previous low at the same exact area. This is our most recent lower high. We are in a pullback phase. Actually, we could use this area right over here. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. All right, so we can look to take this break retest sales. We already got the break and the retest. We just need a 5-minute structures to set up to take some shorts here. Go to 5-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart. We see that our most recent low did get taken out right over here, but we have more structure. Looking, we have these higher highs and higher lows here. And then we took this low again. So we could actually take some sales if we come down to reclaim this low. Risking about 1%. Hey, go stop loss above these highs over here. After this bearish engulfing. So this is, I do like this setup overall. This might be the setup of the day. I don't even have to do any more breakdowns on anything else. Drain from your post. Sells below this area do look nice. Let's set an alert, not alert, annotation here for sells below this higher low. We do like sells below this area. Essentially sells below this low, below this higher low. Take sells below this low. We can look to stop loss above this highs over here and add a 1 hour time frame target. We can look to target this previous low to the left hand side with this low here, or we can look to target these lows down here. Either one are valid lows, to be honest. And then below this low, we can look to target these lows down here if we have a massive runner. But that's that. If I got any pairs in the chat you want me to do a breakdown on, let me know, bro. I got you. But so far, this is the best pair I've viewed so far, which was this GBP JPY. Let's look at GU. Daily time frame, same exact thing. Daily time frame overall bearish, made a new low. 4 hour time frame overall bearish, making a new low as well. 1 hour time frame is bullish though. I really wouldn't want to trade it till 1 hour goes bearish, and that doesn't happen until price re-break these lows all the way down here. So to be honest, I don't want to touch this at all. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, I won't want to take buys until we break above this area. So based off of this current price action range that GU was in, I don't want to trade this at all until we either break above this area or break below this area, and that's nothing that's going to happen today. Not today, necessarily right now. So that's that. Let's look at another pair. So we did NASDAQ, we did GJ, we did gold, we did GU. Let's do NZD/USD. Same exact thing. I do all my breakdowns, rinse and repeat, no matter what asset I'm actively trading. So same exact thing. Daily time frame overall bearish, making a new low. Daily is bearish, 4 hours bearish as well, making a new low. Clear as day. 1 hour time frame is bullish. Again, I don't want to sell against 1 hour being bullish. So again, in order for me to sell, I need price to go bearish on the 1 hour time frame first. Ask myself, where does that happen at? If we can give us a break and retest of these previous lows to the left hand side for ourselves. For us buys, I don't want to buy until our 4 hour goes bullish. This is our most recent lower high on the forward chart, so I don't want to buy until price reclaim these highs all the way up here. Buys above here could play out, but this is a risky trade because this is kind of checked to the overall direction of the market. But that is a lower quality setup. Don't really want to take that either, to be honest. Let's continue. Wait, let's pull up the YouTube chat. I don't know why I don't have the YouTube chat pulled up. This is my song, bro. Rez was good. Rez Joshua was good. Joshua Tamia was good. Tamia Javin. I think I said Javin. I think I said the name right, bro. It was a good game. If y'all new in the chat, let me know what y'all trade and how y'all trade. Are y'all ICT traders? Are y'all support demand traders? Supply and demand traders? Are y'all support resistance traders? Let me know. And how long y'all been trading, bro? I've been trading for 4.5 years, going on 5 years. Yeah, so I'm pretty well seasoned in this industry. Let me know if music too loud too, bro. I don't think it's too loud, but if it is, let me know. All right, let's continue. Euro USD, daily time frame. Let's go. Daily overall bearish. We're in a retracement phase of overall bearish trend. 4 hour time frame, bullish. 4 hour time frame is making a new high. 1 hour time frame, bullish. So I'd rather buy than sell, to be honest. Looking at a 1 hour structure, we have these lower lows and lower highs here. This is my current high. This will be my previous high. This will be my current low. Remind me again, seen it before, but can you remind me again to lean up? All right, we can have a break and retest. So this area we're gonna have to break, just need a retest for trend continuation to the buy side. Being so our 1 hour and 4 hour are both bullish, or we can take buys above this area if we don't get that deep enough retracement. We take a buys above these current highs over here. We can look to target these highs up here. And if we take these buys down here, we look to target these highs right here. Either one works. GJ ICT started 2020, but then stopped and have been trading consistently a year. So GJ, your favorite pair? I fuck with GJ. So I fuck with you for fucking with GJ. ICT? Nah, you lost me ICT though. Started in 2020, but then stopped and have been trading consistently for a year. So how have your trading been this past year? our own this EU. So this might not happen this session. This might set up for New York session. Let's see if we have news today. I didn't even check. Let's check news today. No news today. We're pretty clear. We do have news. Never mind. I'm about to say tomorrow, but I guess not. So we should be good for the next 2 days. New to this. Any advice? How new are you? Are you completely new to, like, you don't know nothing, or you know a little bit and you just trying to get improved? Damn near new. All right. So what I recommend you to do is go on YouTube. I'm gonna go on YouTube and do this exact thing. Go on YouTube, type in FX Alex G Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Type in this right over here. Watch this 4-hour long video. And this 4-hour long video will teach you everything beginner friendly when it comes to learning how to day trade. It will teach you what is actual day trading, how to manage risk, how to calculate percentage, everything, how to understand price action, how to decide your lower lows and lower highs, looking at levels to trade off of, everything beginner friendly. You will learn in this 4-hour long video. You don't got to watch the whole video in one sitting. You could break it down 1 hour here, 2 hours here, whatever the case may be. And after you watch this video, watch people live trade. Right? I don't really recommend watching videos too much, because you learn more based off of watch people that do it live, because you get the real time raw reaction of how the market is actually navigated, not necessarily someone picking and choosing when to upload a video like that. Right? Because I could just do a breakdown and take a trade and then make it into a video, but who's to say how many trades I lost before I've got that winning trade video? All right. That's why it makes more sense to watch people that do it live. That way you see the raw in real time reaction on how these markets are actually navigated, not necessarily just seeing people win a bunch of trades over and over and over again on a YouTube video, not without knowing how many trades they lost before they got those wins. There we go. Definitely better than when I first started. I started with I Am Academy, CSS. My homeboy put me on. Yeah, I Am Academy. I started with that too. To be honest, that shit's cooked. That was like during the pandemic. I think damn near everybody that started during that time was starting with IMG Academy. But mine was IMG Academy. It was like IMG Academy though, but it was a little bit different. I didn't learn much till I started watching ICT. He helped build a strategy that works for me. That's nice. As long as it works for you, that's all that matters. But yeah, I had the same experience with IMG Academy. Really wasn't teaching me nothing. It told me the basics, but it wasn't really teaching me how to make money trading. So I diverted from that, and then I built my own strategy and paid for mentorship. Okay, appreciate it. No problem, Joshua. I know a little bit about trading, but do you think using AI is accurate? I don't. Yes, using AI could be accurate. It just depends on how you implement it. To answer that question, what's good? What's good, chef? Good, bro. What you doing up, bro? You don't need a trade learning session. Why you up right now, my nigga? Let's look at US 30. Bro, I'm about to say, no way my YouTube got taken down. My YouTube live got taken down already. I'm not even playing music in it. The fuck? But no, I didn't. To admire you? Nah, this guy trying to raise me up here. What else? Let's look at US 30. Daily time frame overall bullish. We're making a new high, clear as day. 4-hour time frame bullish as well, making a new high, clear as day. 1-hour time frame bullish, making a new high, clear as day. I want to take buys overall. Let's mark off my current high, my previous high, and my previous low. These are my levels. We can look to take a break and retest buy if we break above this high, break and retest buy if we retest this area. And that's pretty it. We already have a break. We just need to retest back into this area. Let's measure this pullback to see how deep this pullback actually is, though. This is about not quite a 50% retracement. Should I draw it from this push or should I draw it from this push? Either way, so it's still a deep enough retracement. So we can look to take buys here or buys here, but it's not something that's going to happen this session, to be honest, because it's too far away. It's probably set up for New York session or a later date. Let's look at those. Sometimes the job knowledge, I learned a lot from pain. All right, let's set this 50. No, it's lonely. All right, we're gonna set a sell stop here on GJ. To be honest, we're gonna do it slightly below this low, just so I don't get triggered too early with spread. We're gonna have stop loss above these 1 hour highs up here. 21. Let's round it to 25. 250. 25 don't want to do 30. Let's see how far 25 is from entry and profit. Let's compare it to 30. Okay, we can just do 30 pips. Fuck it. We're gonna do 30 pip stop loss, 30 pip TP1, where I'm gonna be partialing out. And we can hold a fucking runner. All right. Let's turn this off. Let's do it at 900 flat, actually, just for shits and giggles. Bro, it's supposed to be 900 flat, bro. What the fuck? There we go. All right, let's set a sell stop. I got a strategy I want to show you. I want you to point out any flaws you think you will have. Some stuff I've been working on. All right, but because I'm gonna text you about it. All right, that's cool. About how long do you think it takes to start? I don't know what that word is. Making profit. If it's supposed to be making profit or risking profit, it's situational, right? Everybody has a different level of understanding. Everybody doesn't comprehend everything the same as everybody else. So the results that I get or that other people may get, it might not be the same as the results you get because you don't have the same level of understanding as that person. Some people may take one year. Some people may take 6 months. Some people may take 5 years. I know people that have been trading for 10 years and still not profitable. So it just depends on you and how well you can understand and comprehend what you're being taught and how you are as a person in your personal life when it comes to discipline, consistency, and managing risk and being able to perform well under pressure. I'm going to give you the reality trading, not just the shit that sound good. And in reality, I'm not going to say and tell you can start making money in the next year or next 6 months. Because that's not the reality of trading. Let's copy stop loss. Real full-time trader. Yeah. Let's annotate this. So, not. I get it. Do you dabble in crypto? Yes, I do dabble in crypto. Thanks for the share live, bro. Whoever shared that live, shout out to you. Gang, you're a fucking goat. Yeah, I do dabble crypto. I don't mess with Bitcoin too much because Bitcoin is too expensive, but I do dabble in other coins like XRP, to be specific. I bought XRP in November at about 70 cents. I bought XRP again at $1.70. Bought again at $2.10. And I bought again at $2.50. And I sold all my XRP around $3. And I'm going to buy more XRPs pretty soon. I just waiting for another retracement on XRP to buy. And again, but when it comes to trading crypto, I don't like scalp crypto. I position trade it. Like I may hold it for months on at a time for like long-term investment and then eventually sell at a major key level. What's good, Adrian? Welcome to the stream, bro. Did we not hear the song already? How long have you been investing for? I've been trading for about 4.5 years. I've been consistently profitable for the past 2 years. I not only live trade here, but I live trade on YouTube as well. This is my YouTube channel, and as you can see, if I go to my lives, you can see every live that I did in the past. I don't know, just go back years. So scroll all the way down. I've been live trading for 3 years. I've been consistently trading for about 5 years, almost 5 years by the end of this year, and I've been consistently profitable for the past 2 years. But whenever I'm live here, I also live on YouTube at the same exact time. So if I say something or I go over something that during this live that you may see, that you want me to revisit or that you want to revisit on your own personal time, you can watch all of the VODs here. I just started like a few months ago and I still find it a little complicated. Well, what have you been watching so far? What have you been learning so far? I personally think the way I trade is I have the simplest strategy when it comes to approaching this financial markets, because I do one thing and I just combine it on a multiple time frame basis. And I try to keep everything simple, to be honest. My trading strategy doesn't get any simpler than what trading could possibly be, to be honest. But what have you been learning so far? Hey Jay, thanks for the follow, bro. I've been trying to trade long term, but want to start day trading. Okay, but what strategy has you been using, like, or who have you been learning from? But I've been learning when what I should sell or and buy. But I did listen to this song already. Why is this shit playing again, bro? Back testing, back testing, back testing. Nah, I'm actually live trading. This is not back testing, bro. Only time I support people that backtest is when you backtesting using FX replay. If you're not backtesting using FX replay, then there's no point in backtesting. I got you. Only way I support backtesting is when it's during FX replay. If it's not during FX replay, then I really don't support backtesting. Is this day trading? Yes, this is day trading. Well, when it comes to how long you're being in a trade, when it comes to how long you've been in a trade, it's just personal preference. Me, I hold trades from an average 4 to 5 hours. I hit my first target within the first hour and a half, maybe. So I would say I'm more of an intraday trader, but when it comes to buying and selling assets in the futures or Forex or commodities market or indices, things like that, that's all considered day trading, to be honest. Did you start with the budget or practice before you got into trading with real money? So when I first started, I demo traded in the beginning. And then once I got comfortable with demo trading, then I put my own personal money behind it. And then, yeah. But if I had to start all over, if I could start all over, knowing everything I know now, I would have never just demo traded in the beginning in the first place. I think demo trading hurts you more than it helps you as a beginner trader, because you start to expect the results you get as a demo trader on your personal money when you're demo trading with unrealistic capital that you don't actively have. Like me, when I was demo trading with 100K, knowing I didn't have 100K to invest. So once I put my own personal money in an account, I was expecting to get 100K results when I didn't have 100K to trade with. So I started to chase them goals or them profit targets on the profit days that I was having on a bigger account. I actually didn't have that account. And that hurt my psychology more than it helped it, to be honest, which prolonged my trading journey. So when I teach people, when it comes to beginner traders, I tell them don't demo trade at all. When it comes to back testing, do back test during FX free play. Other than that, when it comes to actually live trading, go right into the market with your own personal money. Don't put more money in the market than you could afford to lose, because not to you're going to lose it in anyways. But just make sure as you're trading it, you're double down on practicing risk management. And the problem with demo trading is you don't understand what it's like to actually lose or make your own money. You don't know what it feels like to lose $5 or $10 or $100, whatever the case may be, from losing a given setup. And same thing with winning. You don't know what it feels like to actually win $100 or $1,000 or $5, no matter how, depends on what your account size is. But you don't know what that actually feels like, because it's not your money behind it, right? You can't actually withdraw that money that you make, or that loss that you're taking is not actually coming out of your personal pocket. And in the industry like trading, where it's 97% psychology and more so you versus you kind of industry, and not necessarily knowing everything else, right? It's emotional base. Like, you need to know what it feels like to lose and win. That's the hard part of trading. So if that's the hard part of trading, I want to put people in a predicament that they can experience that fast, rather than to just demo trade where you neglect that experience. Did you start? I read that already. Is it true that the more money you put in, the more you earn? Like, I have most money in Bitcoin. Yes and no. I'm gonna cry real tears when I hit 1,000 from day trading. All right, so Adrian, to answer your question, yes and no. The more money you put in, the more money you could make. Yes, when you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, then no, because you didn't do nothing but just lose all of it anyway. So no point in putting in 100K if you don't know how to trade. You're gonna put in 100K and lose 100K. You're gonna put in 10K and lose 10K. So it doesn't. It's true, because me personally, I risk 1 to 2% per trade. Not even 2%. I risk 1 to 1.5% per trade recently. And 1% on $100 is only $1. So you're not going. If you make 1% on $100, you're not going to make no money. So it's not going to make no difference. But because I'm managing a lot more capital than a lot of other people, 1% for me is a lot of money. So 1% for me could be 1K. 1% could be 2K, right? So I take that same risk approach and apply it to a smaller accounts. It's not no money. So when it comes to the more money you have, the more money you can make. Yes, when it comes to, if it applies to if you know how to trade or not. But if you don't know how to trade, then there's no point in putting a lot of money in. Hopefully that answers your question. How did you feel when you lost money from trading? I felt the same way everybody else felt. Literally. Losing money from trading, I'm like, damn, bro, should I actually be a trader? Am I wasting my time? And I'm putting in a little by little so I can get used to it by using my out-of-pocket money. Yeah, so using your out-of-pocket money, you could just do like $250 to $500 of your own personal money and just trade that. And don't trade it to actually make money, right? You don't as a beginner trader, you don't want to look to make money. You want to look to get good at the skill first. And then money was going to come second nature to you actually being good at the skill. So if you get good at managing, think about it like this. If you can't manage $500, how can you expect to manage 10K or 20K or 50K? Like, it doesn't work like that. So just start with a small account, $250 to $500, and just manage that. Try to make 10% a month on $500 will be about $50. And once you do that consecutively for like a good 3 months, then you take the funded approach. Take that $500, withdraw all of it, and then put it into a prop firm account. And then you could get access to 100K capital off of $500 after you pass a phase 1 and phase 2 of evaluation phase. Then take that same approach that you used on a $500 account and then trade that with 100K capital from a prop firm. And then that prop firm will pay you out 80 to 90% profit split on 100K of capital. But in order for you to do that, you got to know what you're doing first. What do you recommend? Because I use Robinhood. Well, I don't day trade with Robinhood. I have a brokerage. I use prop firms. The 2 prop firms I use is Alpha Trader, and I use Top One Trader. Those are 2 prop firms I use. And for my personal account with my own personal money, I use Coinex. That's COINEXX.com. You can set up an account with Coinex. They have their own trading terminal. Actually, let me pull it up so y'all don't get it confused. I know a couple other people said that you used the wrong Coinex when I said something about Coinex. So when you look up Coinex, this is the website that should come up, and you could just make an account and deposit through Coinex. But you would deposit through crypto just like you do any other broker. You would deposit through Bitcoin or USDT if you want. Why I use Bitcoin? Because it's easiest. Have you used TradingView before? Yes. What you see on the screen right now is TradingView. I don't actually trade on TradingView. I use this to annotate and do my technical analysis. Then I copy my trades to my trading terminal from here. So like when I enter a trade, I will copy this price point, this entry price, this stop loss, this stop level, and this profit target, and I will paste all of that information on my fucking. But this song is throwing me off. I can't talk. What the fuck is in my ear? I'll copy all this information and post and paste it on my trading terminal, and then they would just copy the trades over there. But I chart up on TradingView, so yes, I do use TradingView. Is the trend line really necessary? No. As you can see, I have not one trend line on my chart. All I have is major key levels. Support resistance drawn up on a 1 hour time frame. I use opportunity. I like them. Yeah, I like opportunity as well. That's cool. I think I'm gonna start a top one. I think I'm gonna start a top one account pretty soon. Just to say I did it. I really don't need to be honest. But when it comes to TikTok, fuck, I didn't mean to say that. When it comes to TikTok though, everybody on TikTok is so familiar with Top Step, so I feel I'm gonna do a Top Step account just to trade it on TikTok, to be honest, and just show how easy it is to pass them accounts. Because Top Step accounts are really easy to pass, to be honest. You could pass them shits in one or two trades, to be honest. You could pass them shits in one day. When it comes to accounts like Top Step, I mean, like when it comes to accounts like Top One or Alpha Trader, they have consistency rules and stuff like that to mean you have to trade for more than one day to pass. When Top Step is a lot more easier, to be honest. How do you know when to sell? Because after you sell, it could go up even more. That's true. So that's what we have technical analysis. So with me, trading is a game of probability, right? So because trading is a game of probability, you always want to go in favor of the higher probable, right? Because at the end of the day, it's gambling. But the difference between trading, gambling, and casino gambling is, in a casino, is house rules, meaning you play the casino games. Trading is, you are the house. It's your rules because you build your own strategy. You build your own trading plan. You develop your own risk management and all that kind of stuff. So the difference between gambling and casino, gambling and trading is you are the edge, right? There's no hidden shit, right? So I treat it like a game of probabilities. I go in the direction of the market that the market is overall going and not going against that direction. So if the market is overall making new lows, I want to sell. If the market overall making new highs, I want to buy. Keep it as simple as possible. If I see the market is overall pushing down, I'm going to go with the bearish momentum. And I use time frame to determine that. So each time frame tells its own story. If I see a time frame is making a series of new highs, I will take buy opportunities. If I see it's making a series of new lows, I'm looking for selling opportunities. And I only stick to that bias until the market direction switches. And then you said it could go up even more. That's when the stop loss comes into play. If I take a sell and price goes up even more, then I have a stop loss that calculates my risk for me. So, and I put my stop loss in the area that invalidates my trade idea. So if my trade idea is bearish to overall direction of bias, and I want to sell overall, and price goes up against me, my stop loss is in the area that tells me in my head, okay, my sell bias is a little bit off. I was a little bit too early in this trade. Let me just get out here and wait for a new potential setup. And then same thing for bullish. So if I'm in buy opportunity, if I'm looking at buys and I'm in a buy, I place my stop loss in an area that lets me know, okay, if this stop loss gets hit, because my bullish bias is overall wrong, and I'm a little bit premature, and it's setting up for later on. And that's how you calculate risk. Good night, and thank you for the advice, brother. No problem, bro. Good night. Thanks for talking about the stream, bro. Appreciate the follows as well. I think about it like this. If I was a street hustler in New York and I was in Times Square and you walked past me and I offered you to play this game, the game was you bet that you pick a specific color crayon out of a bag. I show you all the crayons in my hand and I show you what color they are as I put them in the bag. There is no hidden rules. There is no switching of the crayons once they go inside the bag. That's the colors. The color that they go inside the bag is the same color that they come outside the bag, right? And you bet money behind that, making it a gamble. If I tell you that it's 3 crayons total, One crayon is blue. 2 crayons are red. And I show you all of them. I put them in the bag, shake the bag up at random. You are the person that's playing the game. You put your hand in the bag and pull out one specific crayon. What color crayon do you think you're going to pull out? A blue one or a red one? Knowing that there's 2 blue in the bag and 1 red. Blue, yes. Blue because you know that it's a higher chance for you to pull out a blue crayon than there is for a red crayon because there are more blue in the bag than red. Exactly. Same thing goes for trading. If you have more time frames telling you to buy than telling you to sell, you want to take buys overall rather than taking sells. Just because the buys are a higher probability to continue going up rather than the sells are to go down. It doesn't mean you're not going to pull out a red crayon from time to time, even though there are more blue in the bag. Same thing with trading. Even if I'm taking buys, it doesn't mean I'm not going to lose some trades and it's going to go down further after where I bought it at, because even though I have more time for telling me to buy, that's what makes it a probability. Hopefully that makes sense. So each time frame represents a different color crayon. Hence the daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour. That's why when I did my chart breakdown, I start off on the daily time frame, and I go to the 4 hour time frame, I go to the 1 hour time frame. Each time frame has a different color crayon, meaning blue is for buys, red is for sales. And as I go down, I'm taking a mental note. Okay, my daily is bullish, my 4 hour is bullish, my 1 hour is bearish, and that's how I determine whether I want to buy or sell for that given asset on the day. Once I have that decision in my head, like I want to sell or buy, I only take trades supporting that direction of buyers at those areas. At the end of the day, the market can either go up or down, one or the other. There's no other way. So being as though it can either go up or down, you already have a 50% chance of winning every single trade you take, just because it can either go up or down. You're either right or you're wrong. So with that logic, all you have to do is be on the right side of the market. Most of the time, you're going to make money. That's it. So if you get a good sense of direction, you're going to make trading a whole lot easier. Also, being able to have that good sense of direction, if you're taking losses with the direction, meaning you're getting stopped out before it goes the direction that you intended it to go, it's because your entry was just premature. So that's an easy fix. All you have to do is get better precision with your entries and get better timing that supports that direction of buys that you already know how to develop. That's about the easiest way I can put it. All right, let's look at everything else because GJ looks like it don't want to trick me. Do you have any apps that I can check all my investments because I like checking them at work? I don't know where you have your money invested in, so no, I don't have any app that I could tell you to check your investment. I mean, if you're in crypto, you could use Robinhood. I think you said, yeah, I think you said use Robinhood. If it's any other app, like as far as like day trading in itself, just go whatever broker you choose. That you could check your P&L through your brokerage. And when it comes to looking at price action like this, to see where the positions actually is, you just download TradingView on your phone or app or PC, either one. So I use the TradingView in my brokerage. That's it. Let's do some more chart breakdowns. Let's look at EJ. Let's reset chart. So off on the daily time frame, just establishing a clear direction. We're overall bullish. We're making a new high over here. We never rebroke this low down here that created this new high. So daily is still bullish on the daily time frame on EJ. Look on the 4 hour time frame. I said daily was bullish. Look on the 4 hour time frame, we are bullish as well. We took this low right over here at first. We took this low as well, where we decided to go bearish, but now it looks like we're taking this high. Oh, not quite actually. No, I'm gonna say we're still bearish. I'm gonna say we're still bearish on a 4 hour actually. The daily's bullish, 4 hours bearish. Go to 1 hour. 1 hour is bearish as well. Reason being, we took this low over here. We have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is a lower low. Now we have a potential lower high over here. So our 1 hour time frame is bearish, 4 hour time frame is bearish, our daily time frame is bullish. Meaning I have 2 red crayons in the bag, meaning 4 hour and 1 hour, 1 blue. I want to sell more than I want to buy. Very, very, very simple. What's good, that boy? Then I know I want to sell overall. I'm looking for areas to sell. I do that by looking at the 1 hour time frame. Mark off my current low, meaning this is the lowest point that price made so far, meaning all the way down here. My previous low, meaning the low we just broke, which would be this low right over here. Then my current lower high, meaning the highest point before making a new low would be this high right over here. That's how I develop my levels. And you can see how accurate these levels are by price being rejected. So this break and retest failed for continuation. Now we just give it a deeper retracement. Again, I don't want to trade inside this price action. I don't want to trade inside this range. This is overall indecision. Right? This would be a no trade range for me because this is an indecision level, right? It doesn't know if it wants to make a new high or continue down. So I don't want to really trade inside this price action. So we can either wait for price to A, come back down here, close below this level to take continuation sales. But I really don't want to take this sales because this stop loss is this target is too tight for our next potential rejection area. I mean, it's right here. We could just adjust this right here, to be honest. So we get to take this sell or this sell. The dotted lines meaning it's a little bit risky. The solid lines meaning this is more high probability. As far as buys, if price doesn't continue down and decides to go back up and re-break these 4 hour highs up here where we have equal highs, then we can look to take some buys above this area, because above this area, our 4 hour will now be bullish, breaking above this previous lower high that created this low. Price will be also going bullish on the 1 hour time frame above these highs as well. This will be a pro trend buy this time. This is the area where it will be more blue crayons in the bag rather than red, so my bias will switch. Just doom scrolling instead of working. I feel you on that one. Heavy. What's your plan once you meet your goal for today? I get off the charts. I take 1 to 2 trades a day. If I win my first trade, I don't take a second one. So I'll be ending the stream and getting my black ass back in the bag. The more trades you take, the more subjective you are to risk. Because every trade has the opportunity to lose no matter how high quality the trade is. The trade could be an A++++ setup. It still has the potential to lose. All you need is Jerome Powell to get on the mic and say some dumb shit, and next thing you know, you're getting cooked. No matter how good the trade is. You can have Trump announce terrorists 3 o'clock in the morning, and the next thing you know, your trade is hitting stop loss. So no matter how high quality the trade is, anything can happen. And every trade has potential to lose. So the more trades you take, the more subjective you are to risk. So if I win, there's no point in taking no more risk if I'm already comfortable with the win that I just got. So after I take my trade and I win, I'm off the charts. If I take a loss, I may take a recovery trade if the opportunity presents itself. If it doesn't, then cool. I'll just end the day with a minus trade. With a red day. I'll just end the day with a red day. It's easy to recover a red day. It's hard to recover a red month when it's deep red. So if I could end the day in the red after losing the trade, I'll be perfectly happy with coming back tomorrow. No big deal to me. If your stock crashes, do you sell or wait for it to possibly go back up? Sell. But if a stock is crashing, I probably got liquidated before it even crashed all the way. That's the point of stop loss. Even if I'm selling the stock, right, I still have stop loss in place. But if it retraces too much or pulls back too deep, I already got allocated out that position already before it goes to 0. So I wouldn't even have to worry about that, to be honest. Shout out to Adrian though for being hella active in the chat. All right, thanks for the advice. I'll be back tomorrow because I gotta wake up in 3 hours. All right, bro, get some sleep. What time you go live tomorrow? I go live whenever I see a trade opportunity presents itself. Normally it's between 1 and 3 a.m. So anytime between 1 and 3 a.m. Today it was 1 a.m. specifically because I seen a potential setup here on GJ. So I decided to come on. But normally it's between 1 and 3 a.m. And then I'll go live to about 5:30-ish. And then I'll get off. So it's not always the same time every day because if the setup is not there, I'm not gonna sit here and do a whole bunch of nothing, bro. send me a message, and I will send you the link to my Discord, and I announce every time I go live in the Discord. So if you want to join my, it's free. If you want to join my Discord, send me a message, and I will send you the link to the Discord, and you can get the alerts when I go live. You too, bro. Oh, well, I need a bottle of water. I feel like getting up, bro. Damn. I wish I get fucking triggered in this position already. Damn. This shit trolling. It just triggered me already. Oh, wait. We're actually coming right now. All right. Daily bullish, 4 hour bearish, 1 hour bearish. This is my current low. This is my previous low. We could sell here. Sell. Daily is bullish. 4 hour is bearish. 1 hour is bearish. Look, pick potential sells. Sell here or sell here. Daily bearish. 4 hour bearish. 1 hour bullish. Daily bullish. 4 hour bullish. 1 hour bearish. Baby told you, I'm about to hold you. Told me it's old news. He told you. I ain't gonna deal with it, though. You in the fall. Toxic love story. This what I look like. I got something for you, bro. Don't even worry about it. That's what I be saying, man. I be saying this. I be saying the same shit, chat. Mm-mm-mm. Bro, I actually thought I was about to get triggered just now. Like, holy, bro, what a fucking edge. Can 4 hour flip bearish already? Jesus Christ. I'm just clicking stick out of boredom right now. Like, actually. Should I play Fortnite? Yeah. Niggas be hating. Uh, no. You said yes? I think I should too. Not you, not you. Someone in the chat said I should play Fortnite. I think I should too, bro. Oh, wait, I didn't mean to go here. SXC, thank you for the follow, bro. Welcome to the stream. Fortnite used to be my go-to. I gotta get back on it. You don't play Fortnite no more? How long has it been since you played Fortnite? I'm tired of Fortnite for real. I'm just ready for 2K, bro. I'm just fiending for 2K right now. Fiended out. Since May for real. But that's not that bad. In a couple months, bro. You be alright. So when this 2K come out though, kiss Fortnite goodbye. All my Fortnite friends gonna be like, damn, I ain't see you on in a while. What happened to you, Nay? I'm gonna be like, yeah, 2K did it. Oh, you are trying. Get over you. I'm on 80 USD right now, short to 30K units. You want 80 USD shorts? Okay, let's see what 80 USD look like. Where did you get in that? What's your entry? Tell me your entry before I click on it. Ugh. Over you. I just hit my sell limit 0650209. 650 65029. So you literally just got triggered right here. I hope you win themselves, bro. I'm not a hater. I hope you win themselves. But me personally, you know, I'm looking bad for themselves, my boy. I ain't gonna lie. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, we took out all these lower highs to the left hand side where price started to go bullish. Impulse break to the upside. We took out these lower highs above here as well, breaking above this overall range. Now I'm tapping into these highs right over here. Being though we're taking out all these lower highs, let me know that price good has potential to continue higher. Now we have a higher high, a higher low, and a new higher high above this high over here. We may continue up to these highs up here. But I hope your sales play out just because I want you to win. But I don't think these sales are going to play out. Against this current 4 hour candle, we have to flip bearish and close below these wicks here. If we flip bearish and close below these wicks here, you should be good to go. But if we don't flip bearish and close below on this current 4 hour candle and we stay above this high right over here, you might get cooked. But I don't know where your stop loss is at either. So if you got the stop loss all the way up here, you might be good. Do you trade EU? Yeah, I trade EU as well, bro. So everything you see here to the right hand side of my watch list, all of these pairs here, GJ, Gold, GU, NAS 100, NZD Euro USD, US30, Euro JPY, GBP CHF, USD, JPY, AUD, USD, and GBP AUD. I trade all of these pairs here. I don't trade them all of them every day. I focus on the quality of each setup and not just being in the setup for that trade. So, for that pair. So I rank all of my pairs based off of what's highest quality and what's lowest quality versus what's going to happen now and what's may take a day or two to even get to where I want to trade it at. And as I rank those pairs, I only focus on the ones at the top, meaning the ones I bookmarked. But the ones that are bookmarked is the only two pairs I'm looking at actively trading today, which would be these two. Anything else is either too far away from where I want to enter at. Like I would want to sell down here or buy above here, and it's too far away. But NAS 100, so I might as well not even look at it. Same thing with GU. I don't want to trade inside this range. I'd rather a new range to have form. Same thing with all the other periods. Like with Euro USD, again, I would buy above here or buy down here if we get a deeper retracement. But again, I don't want to just it's not where current price is not even near the level. There's no point in me trying to force a trade on it. The high quality trades is either down here or above here. So everything you see here is what I do trade. Anything you don't see here, I don't trade it. Hopefully that answers your question. It's important to focus on the quality of the trade, not just being in any given trade, to be honest. That's what I like to do. What's gold looking like for you? Gold. Okay, let me give you a little background on how I trade. I'm a intraday trader. I hold trades on average 4 to 5 hours. I hit my first target within the first hour and a half. So, but I hold long trades because I hold runners. So I don't get out my trade at my first target. But I probably take me like an hour and a half to hit my first target. But by the time I close my trade, I'd probably be like 4.5 to 5 hours in. So I use higher time frame directional bias, lower time frame levels, 1 hour time frame levels, 5 minute time frame entries. So daily time frame overall looks like we're in an overall consolidation phase, but inside this consolidation phase, we took out this low here, created some equal highs here, and took out this low here. So I want to say we're bearish on the daily time frame on gold. Looking on the 4 hour time frame, we're bullish on gold because as you can see, we took out this low here. We had these lower lows and lower highs forming. Now we took out this lower high over here, going back bullish. So 4 hours now bullish. What's the 1 hour time frame? 1 hour time frame bullish as well. As you can see here, lower low, lower high, lower low. This was a shifting structure. We have a higher high, a higher low, and a new higher high. So 1 hour time frame bullish as well. This is my current high. This is my previous high. This is my previous low on this 1 hour chart. So I want to take buys because the daily and the 4 hour are both bullish. I just need price to either pull back to this previous high area to take buys or re-break these current highs and then to pull back to take buys. Either one, I want to take buys. This is what I think about gold. Based off of where price is currently at, it's currently in a retracement phase of an overall bullish trend. So I went from momentum to die out in this area or price to momentum to carry price above this area, and then I'll take this breakout buy. What state are you in? I'm in PA. Gold is not allowed here in Cali, or I can't find a broker that trades it. Yes, you could, bro. Gold is definitely allowed in the US. It's just called XAU USD. So don't actually look up GC1 like most futures do. Future traders do. It just type in XAU USD on your broker and you should trade gold. Gold is definitely allowed to be traded in Cali, bro. In the US in general. Just make sure you type this in. Yeah, not available here. XAU USD. So, all right. So if it's not available, it's your broker. What broker do you use? I use CoinX. But I never saw a broker that didn't allow gold to be traded. It's the first time I heard some shit like that. I've been trading for almost 5 years. It's not only unregulated brokers. Oh, that might be it. I use Awanda. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. US changed their laws with gold. How do you tell if it's a fake out? If the retest is too aggressive, it's probably a fake out. But it's love skinny. Thanks for that, bro. Thanks for answering that because I actually had no idea. I never use regulated brokers anyway. I always use unregulated brokers, to be honest. So I never had a problem with not being able to trade gold. In my whole 4.5 years trading, I always use unregulated brokers, to be honest. Is it CoinEx? Yes, CoinEx with 2 X's. I'll show you right now. That's what it looks like. What's the minimum leverage? 1 to 100? 100. Oh, no, you said the maximum leverage? 1 to 500. Either 1 to 500, 1 to 300. One of them two. I use 1 to 100 though, so. Then one that is limited 50 to 1. Yeah, because so regulated brokers always give you tighter, lower leverage because they're regulated. That's normal though. The difference between regulated and unregulated brokers is regulated brokers give you less leverage, but your money is more secure. Unregulated brokers can literally just scam you and not even give you your money, and there's nothing you can do about it. But that's why when you pick an unregulated broker, you want to pick one that like is already has a good reputation. So far with CoinEx, I never got denied a payout request. So I've been using them ever since. I think CoinEx did one sketchy thing to me in April. Not April. June. CoinEx did some sketchy shit. I requested a withdrawal from my trading account in CoinEx, and they emailed me and said, "Why do you want to withdraw these funds?" In my head, I'm like, bro, why do you ask me why I want to withdraw my fucking money? It don't make no fucking sense. But I just emailed them back like, bro, it's my money. Well, what do you mean why I want to withdraw? Then they said, okay, and then confirm my withdrawal. Now, my withdrawal took about an hour or so. Then I got my withdrawal in my account. But once they did that shit, I almost didn't use them no more. But it processed my withdrawal. I guess they were just asking the question like for questionnaire purposes or whatever. But yeah, that's the difference between regulated and unregulated. Regulated brokers, your money's more secure and more insured. But because unregulated brokers doesn't give you that security, they offer more leverage. So did you want security with low leverage, or you want no legal security with more leverage? How long do you use the CoinEx? I'm using CoinEx since February. So I'm still pretty new to using CoinEx. I used to use Sway charts, but then Sway charts switched to liquid markets, and I didn't make the switch with them. So is there Forex funded? Yes, there are Forex funded platforms. There's a lot of Forex funded platforms. The two main Forex funded platforms that I use is Alpha Trader and Top One Trader. What's the trusted one? Yeah, the two I use is Alpha Trader and Top One Trader. I used to use credit traders as well, but I don't use credit traders anymore. Thanks for the follow, Laurel. Thanks for the share live as well. Any problem withdrawing money in CoinEx? Nah. They process the withdrawals within 24 hours as well. I think the longest I had to wait for withdrawal was an hour and a half. But once you request a withdrawal, they will email you and say your withdrawal is being reviewed. Should be done in the next 24 hours or something like that. So longest potential wait time for withdrawal 24 hours, but the longest I personally had to wait based on my personal experience was an hour and a half. Is liquid charts legit? I'm gonna use them to trade gold. The liquid charts used to be sway markets, but they had to rebrand to liquid markets. But it used to be sway charts. I used to use sway charts, so I'm gonna say liquid. I'm gonna say it is legit because I used to use sway charts when it's sway charts is liquid charts just rebranded. But do I use liquid charts now? No. But which broker do you use? I use CoinEx. CoinExx. I mean, liquid brokers. Hold on. Bro, I know sway markets cease operations, but sway markets just switched to either, I forgot what the name is called. It's either liquid markets or liquid charts. One of the two. Whatever one it is, that's the one that's the same as sway charts. Wait, did I get triggered yet? Okay, no, I didn't trigger. Thought I got triggered already. The market just opened, bro. Wait till tomorrow. Nah, I trade Forex, bro. The market is open right now. But I high key don't need your input on telling me when to trade, to be honest. Is Alpha Trader good for gold? Yeah, I trade with Alpha Trader. Like, do they pay out good? Their payout depends on what account you get and what percentage split you get. They offer up to 90-10 profit split though. But Alpha Trader also has a bot that you could talk to. So you go to Alpha Trader, log in, create an account. You can chat with the bot and ask the bot questions before you even purchase an account. Should I use that to fund my live or use my money on live instead? So, okay. I mean, this is a good question. I love this question for you. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pause the music. So, I don't know how much experience you have as a trader, but as a trader, nobody should be buying prop firm challenges unless you know you are a good trader first. Prop firm challenges are not for learning purposes. Prop firm challenges or funding companies are not for the people that don't know how to trade. That's how they make their money. They don't make their money off of profit splits. They don't make their money off of things like that. They make their money off the people that fail challenges. So to not be the person that's failing challenges, you have to know that you have what it takes to even pass a challenge before you even take it. So where my chart just go at, bro? Okay, there you go. So with that being said, before you purchase a prop firm account with any prop firm, no matter if it's Alpha Traders, Top Step, Top One, Clarity Traders, I don't give a fuck. Funded Hero, no matter what prop firm you use, before you purchase a prop firm account, you should first prove to yourself that you have what it takes to pass that challenge. So go to the prop firm, read over the rules, the profit target, the max drawdown, the daily drawdown, the consistency rule. Read over all of that stuff. And then take those rules and apply it to your own personal account first. Doesn't have to be a big personal account. It could be a $200 account, a $300 account, a $400 account. That's small money. That's fine. Trade that smaller account using proper risk management and try to hit that same profit goal. So if Alpha Trader has a 10% profit target, deposit $500 to account, risk 1% per trade, and try to make 10%. Try to make 10% 2 to 3 times. Once you do it 2 to 3 times consecutively, you will prove to yourself in your head mentally that you have what it takes to be a funded trader, and that passing the Alpha Traders account will just be easy because you already know you could do it because you did it with your own personal money first. Then you withdraw that money from that $500 account, withdraw all of it, and then go buy a Alpha Trader account. Then do the same approach. Trade the same strategy, the same setups, the same things that you already did with the $500 account. And I'm just doing it with a prop firm account now. And same risk, 1% per trade. I'm trying to make 10% a month. All you got to do is just do it a 4th time. You already proved yourself that you did it 3 times. All you got to do is do it 1 more time. It won't hurt now. And now you would know that you have what it takes to pass the challenge. But a lot of people take challenges thinking that they can pass it thinking they know how to trade and didn't master risk management, didn't master psychology. They full pouring. They taking 14 trades a fucking day. They trading 100 different fucking pairs, whatever case may be. They trading random sessions. They trading Asian, London, and New York. Like, then wonder why they blowing accounts. Have you gotten a payout from them? Yes. Should I use them? I read it already. I'm pretty good. I've been paper trading and been hitting good. That's good. So you already been paper trading, but you don't know what paper trading is one thing, but you don't know what it actually feels like to lose because you haven't lost your own money. You haven't seen your own P&L go in the red, knowing that that's your money and you can't get that bitch back. You haven't seen your own money going in the green, knowing that you could withdraw it right now and if you wanted to. That's a different feeling. Trading is, again, more emotional based than it is technical based, because at the end of the day, there's a million different ways to trade. You got people that trade ICT, you got people that trade support resistance, you got people that trade supply and demand, you got people that trade fair value gaps, you got people that trade or bounces, you got people that trade MACD indicators, EMA crossovers. There's a bunch of different ways to trade. You got people that trade Bollinger Bands, super trend, right? There is no one way to trade. And every way I just mentioned is profitable to somebody, right? So there's no one way to trade. But what separates the unprofitable traders from the profitable traders is the fact that the profitable traders manage emotions, they manage risk, they calculate risk, they're disciplined, they're taking the same setup, they're consistent, and unprofitable traders are not doing those things. So trading, being a good trader, is more so emotional and psychology based more than it's technical analysis based. So a strategy or technical analysis part is not hard. It's easy to do a technical analysis in paper trade. It's not hard watching your trade go drawdown. It's not easy watching your trade go drawdown. It's not easy watching your trade hit TP knowing that it's still watching your trade hit your first TP knowing that it still have 2 or 3 more TPs that it could potentially run to. It's not easy watching your trade go 1 pip from TP and then hitting stop loss. Right? Those are shit that's not easy, that will take an emotional toll on you rather than not being technical based. So to get that emotional feel for trading, to know what it feels like to actually lose and win your own personal money, and detach yourself from the markets emotionally, you have to use your own money first. And that will fast track you success to when it comes to managing bigger lump sums of money, knowing that you have no emotional tie to it. Do you know trades by side? Yes, I do know trades by side. You trade support resistance. You trade regular resistance, support resistance, similar to the way I trade, but I'm a little bit different. But I do like trades by side. Yeah, I do like a strat as well. Is this strat only for Forex, or can it be used for NAS and S&P? So trades by side strat can be used for NAS and S&P as well, because he trades per price action. He trades similar to me. He trades breakthrough tests of major key levels using support resistance, and every market has higher highs and higher lows, lower lows and lower highs, and he just trades those breaks just like I do. So yes, NAS and S&P, they both have higher highs and higher lows. They both have lower lows and lower highs. So because he's trading off those levels, using those price action pivots as levels, you could trade that strategy on any market. You could trade that strategy on crypto if you wanted to, just because his strategy is based off of pure price action. Anybody's strategy that's based off of pure price action could be applied to any financial market, just because every financial market has pure price action. And I believe that any good strategy could be traded on any asset, because that's what makes it a good strategy. How long before you can deposit money? I'm not sure. Should be able to deposit money right after you finish the ID verification. I read it already. Finally, someone who trades the same pair. Oh yeah, I trade everything you see to the right of this watch list. Everything I trade. I lost 30 like 1 hour ago while trading with Ethereum. Now I'm not even excited for New York session. Yeah, that's the worst. Losing premature to your session is fucking annoying as fuck. Who's your platform? I trade with Alpha Trader and I trade with Top Trader. All right, let me record this video real quick though. So I must not read chat for a second. All right, as you can see, YouTube, I just got triggered into this GBP position. Let's get into a quick trade recap. Looking at the daily time frame, we overall bullish on the daily time frame, but we are in a bearish retracement phase. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we are bearish. As you can see, this 4-hour time frame pushed down, took out this previous low after creating equal highs, meaning our 4-hour time frame was going to bearish structure. Inside this bearish structure, we have a lower low and a new lower high and a massive 4-hour bearish engulfing candle right over here. And let me know that the 4-hour should continue down. Looking on our 1-hour time frame, same as well. Our 1-hour time frame is aggressively bearish. As you can see, we have clear higher highs and higher lows here. This pushed down, took out this previous higher low right over here. Shows it transition into bearish structure. And we see we have a break and a major retest back into this previous lower high structure. If I measure the pullback from this highest point to the lowest point, you can see we are rejecting in a Fibonacci level. Inside this Fibonacci level, we also have a massive 1-hour bearish engulfing candle right over here. Inside this break and retest. Before I entered, what I did was I scaled into the 5-minute time frame. I wanted to see 5-minute structure form, higher highs and higher lows before entering. As you can see, we have clear higher highs and higher lows on this 5-minute time frame before I took an entry. Price created these equal highs. Once I seen these equal highs get created on the 5-minute chart, I simply set a sell stop at the break of this low just to give my trade some breathing room, put the stop loss above these highs overall for about 30 pip stop loss. And I look to target the bottom of this range. So I just got entered in this trade, as you can see right over here. Let's see how this trade plays out. All right, I had to record that real quick. Back to the chat. Always platform. Which one is most reliable for Forex? Both of them are Forex platform. What's the currency you choose, Tether or USDC for depositing? I deposit with Bitcoin. Do you know if the AI trading thing actually works? What AI trading thing? I don't know what AI trading thing you're talking about, but I do have another AI trading thing if you want, if you're interested in using AI. I personally don't use it, but I'm a better trader than AI, to be honest. Can't add money through banks. No. They take screenshots of their graph and put it into AI, and then it tells them where to put the stop loss. Okay, yeah. So that's ChatGPT. I know what that is. What was your question? Do you know if the AI trading thing actually works? Yes, it does work. Everything works. That doesn't mean everything will win every single time. But even though it works, it will generate losses. You will take losses taking those trades. You will take wins taking those trades as well. It goes both ways. Everything in the trading works, literally. Just depends on who's implementing it. But the AI, to answer your question, do AI work? Yes, it works. But again, you will take losses as well as you will take wins. It's about how you manage those losses and how you manage those wins that will make you profitable. But relying on AI is not the way to go, to be honest. You want to be reliant on yourself only. I'm going to drop a follow. Have a good night. You as well. Thanks for the follow, Stepter. I did a series on YouTube, me trading versus ChatGPT, and basically put on a chart where I enter at, screenshotting it, and sending this to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to give me technical analysis. I was doing that, and then I was literally cooking the fuck out of ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT was winning too, but I was getting better entries. So we both was on the same direction majority of the time, based off of whether we buy or sell it. But they was having bigger stop losses than me, and I was getting better entries. But if anybody interested in that using ChatGPT, I can show you how to do it right now. So go on chatgpt.com, whatever the fucking website is. Go on chatgpt.com. Open up a new chat. Hide your drawings. Go to snipping tool on your desktop. Snipping tool. Press new. Screenshot this chart right over here, just like this. Right click on it. Copy. Go to ChatGPT. Paste it and say, "Give me a technical analysis on this chart." Very, very, very simple. And they will give you a whole technical analysis. So market structure, the pair recently made a strong bullish push, large impulse candle upward. After that, we'll key zone support around this area, resistance around this candlestick behavior. Recent candlesticks show indecision, smaller body candles with wicks both sides. This often struggles the market and waiting for liquidity or volume to push in either direction. Trend buyers, the overall intraday trend is bullish since price is making higher highs and higher lows. However, we're at a key resistance zone where rejections could form a short-term pullback. Possible scenarios: bullish continuation above this area, bearish continuation above this area. Give me a entry, stop loss, and TP. Perfect. Here's a clean plan. Entry, buy, stop loss, take profit, 40 pips, 90 pips. So if anybody wanted to use AI to generate trade ideas or compare their trade ideas to the AIs, this is what you could do. I did this as a YouTube series, and I never posted it, to be honest. I got tired of editing that shit. What strategy do you trade? I trade break resistance of major key levels using support and resistance. I use high time frame to establish a directional bias. Once I have a directional bias, I draw my levels on a 1 hour time frame, my levels of support and resistance. The levels are determined by marking off my current low, my previous low, and my previous lower high. Then I just look to trade off of one of those levels as a break and retest trend continuation to my directional bias. In this case, my directional bias was bearish. Based off the 4 hour and 1 hour already making new lows. I marked off my current low, previous low, and previous lower high, and I waited for a price to give me a break and retest. So it gave me a break of this previous low to the left hand side. I waited for a retest, and I took a sell based off of this retest rejection. I lost above these highs. I'm looking to target these lows down here. If I'm talking too fast, let me know, because I be talking fast as shit sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. I'm staying here for about another 30 minutes. I'm gonna go get in the shower. Now you good? All right, bet. And I enter in a 5 minutes. So I use it for daily 4 hour and 1 hour for direction. I draw levels on a 1 hour for direction. I draw levels on a 1 hour as well. And I enter on a 5 minute chart. I basically use internal structure shifts for entries on the 5 minute chart, pro trend to my overall directional bias. So basically, I waited for this break and retest. We had a break and retest. I draw into the 5 minute time frame. The 5 minute time frame, I wanted to see bullish structure form first. So in the bullish structure, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal highs. I waited for this low to get taken out for me to set a sell stop, being as though my directional bias is already bearish. That's how I got triggered right here. So I'm currently sending some drawdown, but it's cool. Drawdowns are part of trading. Not really tripping. What's your confirmation for entry? I use buy stops and sell stops. So my confirmation that a level is getting rejected is if we have a market structure shift in the lower time frame that support my directional bias. So if I'm looking for sales off of an area, I need my 5 minute time frame to show me bullish structure. So what I'm looking at right here was higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This gave me a structure here to go bearish, but this is a little bit premature looking at the time of day. This was about 12:55 a.m. This is premature. We wasn't even in pre-London yet. And that we are in pre-London, I waited. Price created a high, a higher low, a new higher high. Gave us a shift in structure here to go bearish. This shift structure here to go bearish also took out this low and this low, confirming that this 5 minute time frame is now bearish alongside the 1 hour already being bearish. Hopefully that makes sense. To go a little bit more in detail, the lower time frames tell you how the high time frames will close. That's how time frames work, right? The lower time frame tell you the detail about what's going on in the higher time frames. In every one daily candlestick, you have 6 4 hour candlesticks because 6 times 4 is 24. There's 24 hours in a day. So for every one 24 hour candlestick, you will see 6 4 hour candlesticks that make up that daily candlestick close. In every one 4 hour candlestick, you will see 4 1 hour candlesticks that let you know how that 4 hour candlestick will close. In every 1 hour candlestick, you will see 12 5 minute candlesticks that let you know how that 1 hour candlestick will close. So to put it in perspective, I don't feel like drawing that. I'm not doing all of that shit. I'll do it another time. But right now, I don't feel like doing all that shit. But to put it in perspective, whenever you see a 5 minute time frame create higher highs and higher low structure and then shift bearish, that's how normally. I'm just talking to fast. Let me slow down. Normally, when you see a 5 minute time frame showing you higher highs and higher lows and then shifting bearish, 9 times out of 10, that current hourly candlestick will close bearish as well, because this 5 minute is shifting bearish. And if this 5 minute bearish momentum continues, it will set up for a 1 hour bearish close. So to show you, look at it right here. This massive 1 hour bearish candlestick right over here. That was a 1 hour bearish engulfing. Let's look at that 12. Let's look at 12 of these 5 minute candles on a 5 minute time frame. And let's go from the open of that candle, which was back here. Open of the candles right over here. So pretend I don't see anything to the right. I want to look at what is to the left. Just open of the candlestick. It's 1 hour candlestick. As you can see, we were higher lows here. This candlestick opened right over here. Price took out these higher lows all the way down here. And that because we took out this low, this low, the 5 minute was short-term bearish. So as this 5 minute short-term bearish, that is how this 1 hour bearish engulfing happened. Because the 5 minute time frame went bearish first, setting up for a 1 hour bearish candle close bearish. So I'm anticipating that to happen again here. But I'm anticipating that we can respect this highs all the way up here. And that's bearish candle could close below this level. And then we'll be trading back inside this whole overall range. For our next potential rejection area will be at these lows down here. Hopefully that makes sense with detail. Basically, the lower time frame tell you how the high time frame will close. So I use lower time frames for entry to predict how the high time frame will close. So I'm anticipating that this 1 hour candlestick will close bearish. I'm anticipating that if this 1 hour candlestick could re-break this low down here, our 4 hour time frame will be having a massive bearish close, and our daily will be closing bearish as well. Somewhere down here below these lows. But I got all of that just from using the lower time frames and having them stack on top of each other as comp floaters. I just give a lot of information out just now, to be honest. Hopefully that didn't go over y'all heads. But come into the chat tomorrow, ask me the same question. You're gonna get the same answer. So, thoughts on gold shorts? I think gold shorts could play out, but I am bullish on gold, so I wouldn't short. I'm bullish on gold, but I'm not bullish until price pull down here. So I think your gold shorts could play out because in order for me to get my longs on gold, the shorts have to happen first, right? So I do think the shorts could play out, but I think the shorts is definitely low probability of shorts just because the shorts are counter trend, right? You don't want to try to predict the top of the market or predict the bottom of the market just because you will always be going against the overall momentum of the market, which is not the best idea. So looking at the direction of the market, we're overall making a new high. We took out this higher low, took out this higher low, took out this higher low. Overall making a new high. So the 1 hour time frame. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, same, making a new high above this high, hit this high, right? Knowing that we're just starting to go bullish, I really wouldn't want to short this. Now it could play out, but it's just less probability because we're making new highs. You're trying to short a market that's making new highs. Now on a lower time frame, like the 15 minute, okay, you could say we're making a new low with this price action here. But the lower the time frame, the weaker the confirmation. On the 5 minute time frame, we're making a new high as well. So I really wouldn't want to short this. But if you want to short, take your own setup. I encourage everybody to take their own setups because you don't learn from taking my setups. You learn from your own mistakes, and you don't learn if what you did was a mistake until after you already do it. So it might not be a mistake. And if price does sell off and you don't take it, you're gonna be looking at me like, damn, I should have took it. Why did I listen to this nigga? If it do sell off, I mean, if it don't sell off and it goes higher and you don't take it, you're gonna be like, well, damn, good thing I listened to this nigga. So either way, I always encourage people to take their own setups because that's where you learn. Take your own setups and journal. But based off of my experience in the market, I wouldn't want to sell a market that's overly bullish as price took out all of these highs. Again, the market is a game of probability. If the market is making a new high, I would anticipate the market will make another new high. But I wouldn't just buy here because there's nothing here telling me to buy. So, yeah, I'll wait for a deeper retracement then to buy because look, you could take this sell here for about 150 pips, right? That's risky to catch. You might not even get it because it's lower probability. Or you could just be more patient and wait for the buys to pull out because the highest probability trade is bullish because we have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, reversal trend continuation pattern, right? Also, breaking above new highs, right? All that stacking up to set up for buys later on. So instead of, you could just pass up on this 150 pips and potentially catch from buying in this area 250 pips. So extra 100 pips will be a little bit more patient. Or if we make a new high and continue higher above these equal highs, you can look to target these highs all the way up here, which would be another 500 pips. So I would rather miss out on these risky sells for 150 pips, but take buys later on that sets up for a high quality trade with potential to make 250 pips to 500 pips. I literally have a buy limit order where you have it at. Nice. That's just my input though. Of course, take your own setup. I always encourage people to take their own setups. Thanks for the heart me, Kevin Tells. Appreciate the gifts, bro. At the end of the day, trading is a game of probability, so you gotta think of it as probability. Like, what are the chances this price is going to continue down after making a new high at this very moment? And is this 150 pips worth missing out on a potential 250 pips or points? That's more of a higher quality trade rather than this low quality trade. Not saying this low quality trade can't play out, because it could play out. I actually needed to play out for me to get my high quality trade. So I actually wanted to play out. But again, there's always that chance of if it doesn't play out. And because the if it doesn't is a little bit more higher chance that it's going to not play out than it's going to play out, I would just avoid it. So I'm sitting in some drawdown so far. Looks like we're making a lower low. Look like we're making a lower low, lower high, and a potential lower low. See what happens. Everything you see to the right hand side of my screen is everything I do trade. I do trade all these pairs here, but I rank my pairs on what I trade for that day. So I focus on the quality of each individual asset versus being in any given trade. I know people that only trade gold or that only trade NASDAQ. So they find themselves taking low quality trades because they think that's the move of the session or that's the move of the day, even though it's still low quality. So to combat that, I added more pairs to my watch list to focus on the quality of any given trade instead of trying to force a trade in a bad market. So once I break down all these pairs here, then I rank them on what's highest quality versus what's lowest quality. Then I bookmark my top 2 or top 3 for that session. I mean, though today's will be London session. This will be the 2 I'm looking at today. Well, this 3 actually. But gold is really far away from where I want to trade it. I want to trade it down here. It's really far away. This look like something that's setting up for later on in the week or possibly fucking New York session if we just get a massive drop. But right now, one thing I'm looking to trade right now is GJ. So I got 2K. What should I invest in? You should invest in education, bro. What do you think about puts on SPX tomorrow? I can give you a technical analysis right now. They told me to invest in. Now it's my parents' money. They told me to invest for them. You want what? I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm not a financial advisor. You should seek financial advice from a financial advisor. I am not in position to give you financial advice. Again, to everybody that's in the live stream, this is not financial advice at all. This is me just showcasing what my interpretation of the market. I am not responsible for any losses or gains that you receive on your own personal time making your own decisions. This is just me showcasing what I'm doing. Um, hey, Ray, you funny as fuck, bro. All right, SPX daily time frame overall bullish. We're making a new high. How do I know that? Price just broke above this high to the left hand side and never broke this low. Daily time frame is bullish. Do you get free game? I get free game all the time. Every day I get free game when I live trade, bro. Also have a free Discord community as well. 4 hour time frame, bullish as fuck. As you can see, same new high. Go to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, bullish as well. How do I know? Create equal lows here. Price give us a push up, making a new high. New highs. So daily 4 hour and 1 hour are all bullish. I would rather buy than sell. Looking at SPX. So let's look. Now that we know we want to buy rather than sell, let's look for where we want to buy it. What do I want to do? Mark off my current high. Mark off my previous high, which is the same as my current high. Mark off my current high or low. Actually, this is my previous high right over here. Oh, fuck. I just noticed my dotted line is black. All right, there we go. In my previous low. Okay, boom. This is the levels I have. Current high, previous high, current high or low. So you can either one, wait for price to break and close above this previous high for a trend continuation to go longs, or you wait for price to pull back into this previous high to take a trend continuation to go longs. Very simple. Looking at this level to the left hand side here, you have every level of resistance here where price rejected here as well. Price give you a fake out right over here. So you can anticipate that if price comes back into this area, we may get another rejection. And above here, we have a rejection here for a level of resistance. You can anticipate that if price does break and close above this area, you can see a pullback into this area to see if this level will hold that support. If it does hold that support, you can take some longs here, stop loss below the lows, and then look to target your next high, which is at all-time highs. There is no next high. But this is what I think about SPX. Either buy down here as price pull back down here, or if price doesn't pull back down here and just give you a new breakout, look at take a break to the bottom above this area. I was thinking of just buying Nvidia and open door when drop a little. Hey, it's not financial advice. Do what you please. If that's something I would do though, no. Oh, where to start if I have no knowledge, and how do you feel about futures? Well, there is no market that's better than the other. Futures is not better than Forex. Forex is not better than futures. Nothing like that. Stocks are not better than futures or Forex. Options is not better. There is no better market than the others. They all are treated equally. They all have risk management. They all take psychology. They all take emotional control. They all take discipline. They all take technical analysis, right? There's no one market that's superior to the other. With that being said, where do you start? Start on YouTube. You can learn a lot of information on YouTube for free. But YouTube won't teach you how to trade. YouTube will teach you the basics. You will get the most value from learning how to trade from watching other people trade, meaning live trading, not just videos. Because look, I can post a video on YouTube of me making a 1 to 5 risk reward trade, and that video get a lot of views or whatever the case may be. But you don't know how many times I pre-recorded that video to get that trade. You don't know how many losses I took before I got that one trade. You don't know what happens on the back end of that video before I even got the video. So it gives you that false reality, that gray area of trading. So the reason why I tell people to watch people live trade, you get the most information from people that live trade, is because you get the raw, real, in real time reaction of actual trading live, on what it feels, how that trader actually manages their emotions when they're in the trade, before they get in their trade, and after the trade is done. You watch them deal with their psychology, dealing with being in drawdown, like how I'm in drawdown right over here, dealing with profit, or how I will be in profit if I come down here. You get to see how they manage to trade and things of that nature in real time, not just a pre-recorded, picked out specific video that probably took them 2, 3, 4 times to even record. Like, you might see somebody hit a 1 to 5 risk reward trade, but in a YouTube video, you don't know they tried to take that same trade 6 other times and lost. But then they posted that one time that they won. Right? You don't, that gives you that false reality of trading. So as completely beginner, know nothing, go on YouTube, just learn the basics. YouTube's not going to actually teach you how to trade. YouTube's going to, as far as videos, YouTube's going to teach you the fundamentals of trading and understand the words and terms that I'm using. If I say we're bullish above this area, we're looking at a break and retest at this major key level as price took out this previous low, and now we have a bearish engulfing. You don't know what the fuck I just said because you don't understand the terms of this industry. You're just going to be confused. YouTube will teach you those terms, and that way, when somebody that's live trading is talking about this stuff, you understand what they mean. So go on YouTube. I said same thing to do earlier. Type in FXology Ultimate Beginner's Guide. Press enter. Watch this 4-hour long video. Everything you learn in this video equates to every financial market. It's not my video, so whatever. But everything learned in this video applies to Forex, futures, commodities, indices, crypto, stocks, options. No matter, it's universal. Because this video will teach you pure price action, how to find higher highs and higher lows, how to find major key levels, how to determine around psychological levels, how to calculate risk, talk about risk management, talk about discipline, talk about trend, talk about continuations, talk about break and retest, talk about patterns. Everything, all of those financial markets all have those things. In this video, you will learn all of that stuff and the terminologies. Understand what is the bullish market and the bearish market, what is longs and shorts, what is bearish engulfing, what is pin bars, things of that nature. Right? Watch that video first. It's going to teach you the fundamentals and the basics of trading. Going to give you a watered down strategy, but you're not looking at this video for the strategy. You're looking at this video for understanding. If you have the understanding, you watch people like myself live trade. Hopefully that answers your question. Need to go to sell more? Yeah, I think gold need to sell more as well before continuing higher. What do you think about TGR Bootcamp? I never watched it. But I don't have a specific opinion on TGR's bootcamp or his teaching in general because I don't watch him. I never watched him. Not to throw shade at the way he traded or anything like that, but I think my strategy is a lot more simpler than the whole fair value gap ICT kind of concepts. And I think the whole concept of ICT and fair value gaps are flawed. And this, I think, is extremely flawed. I'm going to tell you why. I do one-on-one coaching as well. So on the weekends, I do one-on-one coaching with students from my Discord community. But I normally go over this within the one-on-one coaching because 9 times out of 10, the people that I am one-on-one coaching are coming from ICT traders. I've run into them all the fucking time. It's just like a fucking cult. All y'all niggas is just a fucking cult, bro. But it's so fucking flawed. The reason why I say it's flawed is because when you come into trading at the beginning, you understand this is what you're taught. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's not a one-on-one. I'm just going to go over, I'm just going to summarize it. Going into trading, you understand that this is what a bullish trend look like. You understand that this is what a bearish trend look like. Right? You also understand that this is a change of character, meaning a trend go from bullish to bearish. Right? This is what you understand. Trading 101. Bullish trend consists of higher highs and higher lows. Bearish trend consists of lower lows and lower highs. A bullish trend switches to bearish when you take out the most recent higher low. Bearish trend switches to bullish once you take out the most recent lower high. That's trading 101. ICT or fair value gap or liquidity sweep traders, things of that nature, right? I put them all in the same category. They say, well, once price take out liquidity sitting above this low, you want to look for a fair value gap or some kind of imbalance and then take a long. So if this is the concept that they're teaching, but go back to trading 101, you understand that this is higher highs and higher lows. This is a bullish market and this is a bearish market, meaning price just took out this low. Why are you trying to buy in a market that's just shift bearish? This is a brilliant fucking question. Why do you want to buy in a market that just shift bearish? Doesn't make fucking sense. This is why I say ICT, that whole category of trading and fair value gaps and things of that nature, or trading liquidity grabs or liquidity sweeps, things of that nature, are flawed because they wait for a market to go bearish to take a counter trend fucking trade. It makes no fucking sense to me. Like, really. Oh, music stop. Hopefully that makes sense though. Do you have any boot camps? Nah. I do one-on-one coaching on weekends for free on my Discord community. I don't sell anything. I get free game. I make money off of trading, and I have other sources of income coming in outside of trading. I really don't need to make money off of trading. I specifically live trade and do Discord, like run a Discord community just for my own entertainment. And I'm passionate about teaching people how to trade because I like teaching. So I do one-on-one mentors. I do one-on-one coaching on weekends with one random person from my Discord community on a weekend. That's about it. And I live trade when I trade. Also, the thing about liquidity grabs, right? Okay, I grant it. Liquidity rests below previous higher lows and previous lower highs. So if there's liquidity sitting below this low, liquidity sitting below this low, and this low, how do you know which liquidity is going to get ran, and how do you know which liquidity to trade off of? Take this liquidity and look for buys. Now and then it doesn't continue higher, you get cooked. Then price continue, take this liquidity, and then you look for buys, you get cooked. Hypothetically, and then price come down to take this liquidity, and then you finally win the trade. You took 3 losses, taking countless trades, when really all you had to do was just look to take the fucking sell because this is going bearish. And you can look at these liquidities as targets, target. So based off of the way TJR trades with the whole liquidity sweeps and things of that nature, I think it's flawed. But again, every strategy works depending on the person that's trading it, right? There's no one way to trade. There's a lot of different ways to trade. So I'm not going to say my strategy is better than his or his strategy is better than mine. But I think based off of my level of understanding, that concept doesn't make any sense to me because I don't want to buy a trend that's shifting bearish. If you want to join my Discord community, send me a message and I will send you the link to my Discord community. It is free. What's the biggest trade you have sold? My biggest trade I'm not going to say dollar amount because I don't want you to get my expectations. I don't want you to get my results. I don't want my results to give you false hope that you're going to be trading like me and getting my kind of results. Like I don't want to give you that false hope. And also, when I teach people, I don't teach people dollar amount. I teach people percentage gains. The reason why I teach people percentage gains because I don't want people that's learning from me to chase money trading. Chasing money is going to make it harder for you to become profitable. I want to teach people to chase getting good at the skill. You determine how good you are at the skill based off of percentage gains, not based off of money, right? Somebody can make 1K on a fucking 100K account that's only 1%. Somebody can make 10K on a fucking $1 million account that's still just 1%. The one person that made 1K is not a bad trader compared to the person that made 10K because the person that made 10K made 10 times their money. They just have different account sizes, right? But the percentage stays the same. When it comes to money, I don't teach dollar amount. I teach percentage amount. So my biggest percentage I made in one trade, it wasn't in one trade, it was in one day. Most percent I made in one day was 10%. Now, 10%, I'm going to let you use your head and decide however much you think 10% is. Right? 10% could be 10% of 100. It could be 10% of 1,000, 10% of 100,000. I will tell you that I am funded. I am a funded trader, and I made 10% of a funded account. But yeah, I don't teach people dollar amount. I teach people to think in percent and points of percentage because percentage never changes. Dollar amounts will always change depending on what size account you have to trade with. And if you get consistent at making one percentage consistently, you will start to make money over time. Me, I target 5% a month. I wish 4% per trade. I don't give a fuck what size of the account it is. I don't care if I'm trading with a $10 account. I'm risking $1. I don't care if I'm trading with a $1 million account. I'm risking 10K. I don't care if I'm trading with a $1,000 account. I'm risking $10. Because 1% will always be 1%, no matter what the account size is. If I'm good at making 1% overall, I'm going to make money trading. A quick question. How do you get a funded account after you're ready from the demo account? You must prove to yourself that you have what it takes to become a funded account trader first. Funded accounts make their money off of the failing traders. They don't make money off of profit splits because they're not even really taking your trades in the first place. Let me pause the music real quick. I'm about to go in detail. So there, a lot of new traders don't understand this, but there are two kinds of bookings. There are A booking and B booking. Most, I want to say 90% of prop firms and brokers all B book all of y'all trades. They literally fade you as a trader. They see you taking buys and they take sells. They see you taking sells and they take buys. Because if 97% of traders fail, most of the time they will make money off of the failing. They will make money as they're fading the 97% of traders that are failing. It's the harsh reality. So all of your trades that you're actually taking, you're not even getting your position is not even getting entered in the actual live markets. You're getting B booked. 90% of the time you're getting B booked. 90% might be a little over exaggerated. But a good 75 to 80% of the time, you're getting B booked as a trader. I don't give a fuck if your prop firm says live. They're still B booking your shit. I don't give a fuck if your live account says live. You're still getting B booked on the back end of that broker. Right? So understanding that prop firms make money off of the traders that don't make money trading. And they use that money to pay out other traders that are making money. So 10 people take a challenge. One person passed, other 9 people fail. The person that passed make a 5% payout. They take all the money that those non-failers just fail with and use that money to just pay the nigga out that just passed. And then they used all the other money to back in on it to make their profit. So to eliminate yourself from being a part of the people that's failing and just donating money to the prop firm, you have to prove to yourself that you have what it takes to pass that prop firm challenge first. Now you might be wondering, how do you do that as a trader? To prove to yourself that you have what it takes to pass that prop firm first, you must first follow all the rules that prop firm forces you to follow as if you were actually trading with them into your own personal account. So whatever prop firm decide to use, go over their consistency rule, go over their profit target, their max daily drawdown, their max overall drawdown, their fucking consistency rule, their minimum trading days. Go over their whole terms of services, whatever that's considered a hard breach versus passing the account versus failing the account. Okay? And then take those same rules and just mentally apply them to your own personal account first. And start with a small account, $250 to $500, and risk 1% per trade and try to make 10%. Right? Don't full port the bitch and make 10% at a 1-to-1 risk reward and say, oh, I could pass the challenge now. No, the fuck you can't. That you made that 10%, but you didn't practice proper risk management. So you're going to take that same bad habit of having bad risk management into that proper space and still blow the fucking account anyway, just because you didn't practice proper risk management to do so. So do everything. Treat that prop firm, treat that live personal account as if it was the prop firm account by following the rules, and try to hit the profit target. Hit the profit target 2 to 3 times on your own consecutively. Once you do that, you will already be high on your high horse. Like, okay, I got it now. You will have your aha moment. Like, I got it now. This is what I have to do. Then after you do it 2 or 3 times, then you go take a prop firm challenge. And all you have to do is just do what you already did 2 times already. You will already be confident. Trade the same strategies that you did with your own personal account. The same risk management that you did with your own personal account. The same 1% per trade. The same TPs. The same risk to reward. And just do it again. That's it. But in order to pass a challenge, you have to prove to yourself that you have what it takes first. I see a lot of people taking a bunch of different challenges, failing, and they can't even grow a small account first. If you can't manage $500 of your own money, how do you expect people to let you manage $100K of their money? Doesn't make sense. As an investor, think about it if it was your money, right? If you was lending $100K out to somebody to trade with as a passive investor for a trader, to get them access to more capital to trade with, and you know that trader can't even manage $500, why the fuck would you trust them to manage $100K? Same thing with you. If you can't manage $500 of your own money, what makes you think you deserve to manage $100K or $25K or $50K or $10K of prop firm capital? It don't make sense. So until you can manage small money first of your own money, you shouldn't be trying to manage big capital. And that's the reality of trading. Hopefully that answered your question. You finally coming into some profit now. I was in drawdown for a little bit. Finally getting some profit. I'm gonna stay on here for about another 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not going to sleep. I'm gonna go get in the shower. The transition from demo account shouldn't be to pot firm. The transition from demo account should be to personal account. Because demo account doesn't show you what it feels like, give you the emotional aspect of learning how to trade. Trading takes emotional control with knowing what it feels like to lose your own personal money, knowing what it feels like to make your money, knowing that if you lost that trade and you withdraw whatever left in the account, you won't get the next thing you put in. Or being in a trade and winning the trade and know that you can withdraw that money right now if you really, really wanted to. Right? That's the level of emotional control that you will have to overcome as a trader. And trading demo don't teach you that, because any trade you lose on a demo account is not your actual money. Any trade you win on a demo account is not your actual money. So you don't know what it feels like to actually lose emotionally or win emotionally. But the transition from demo account shouldn't be to straight to pot firms. It should be from demo account to live account, then to pot firms. A lot of people skipping steps though. And then wonder why it takes so long for them to get a payout or pass an account. Because you can't even manage $100 on your own money, but want somebody to try to get 25K or 50K from a funding company. Let's look at AU. I know somebody said there was an AU shorts earlier. That's why let's look at AU. I'm gonna sell GBP JPY 199,300. No, I don't think we're gonna go that high, buddy. What's good, Chris? My fault. I wasn't reading YouTube chat. What's good, Frosty? I don't think we're gonna go that high on GBP JPY though. Hopefully we don't. But that's my top loss, to be honest. I have a sell limit in the same area. 199,300 up here. Are y'all looking for this fair value gap to get inversed? So that's what I think. Off of this area for this inverse fair value gap. Maybe. I don't think they'll go that high though. I think we should respect this high up here. Continue down. So far, this level like we're holding. And looking on a 5-minute time frame, we just making a new low. So lower low, lower high, lower low, as I said before. Hey, to me, is this your first time in my chat, bro? I don't think I've never seen your name before. I didn't follow all trades that I come across. Your live has been the most interesting so far, though. Appreciate that. I try to be. What do you think about AI trader? I don't know what AI trader is. Talking about ChatGPT. I did a competition. I did a series of me trading against ChatGPT to see who's a better trader. And spoiler alert, I packed ChatGPT up. But I never posted a YouTube series because I got tired of editing. Your life has been shit. Yeah, I'm the real nigga in the trade on TikTok, bro. I'm the real nigga in the trading industry. I tell people the reality and not what they want to hear. I don't sell shit, so I don't gotta lie to you. I don't gotta tell you to go buy my course to learn something. I don't gotta tell you to go here to go find out some information, bro. I tell everything for the free ski because I make money off trading, so I don't need to tell you shit. And I have other avenues of income coming in outside of just trading. So, yeah. I live trade and teach people how to trade off of pure passion, not to turn y'all into my fucking not to like try to make money off y'all. So, and I don't got no filter. I just tell you how it is for I don't really care. We say I are you talking about ChatGPT? Keys the creator. Why that name look familiar? I think you've been here before. Like when I first started live trading on YouTube on TikTok. Nah, building an AI that will buy and sell for you. Oh nah. I wouldn't do that because I got an ego. And if I'm not the one doing it, it's not gonna stroke my ego. I come here from time to time. Yeah, I know your name look a little bit familiar. And AI's gotta get updated. AI's gotta get updated when it comes to turning them on and off or managing going over new market conditions, things of that nature. Like AI's gotta get updated. Or algo's gotta get updated. And I personally think they take a lot of maintenance. But my big reason for not liking them or not wanting to do that because I got an ego. I need to be able to say I put in the work to get this profit. Right? I don't get to say I did it if it's AI doing it for me. So like I got an ego that needs to be stroked. Respect for the knowledge. No problem. We'll go away, bro. Thanks for stopping by the stream and hanging in there, bro. How do you even trade with ChatGPT? So what I did was I did my chart breakdown and put my pair on the chart. Did my chart breakdown like this. I hid it, then I screenshot it. Once you screenshot it, you go to ChatGPT. I was just talking about this earlier. You go to ChatGPT, send a screenshot of the chart that looked like this, like a blank chart, and then say, give me technical analysis, and then ChatGPT will give you a whole technical analysis on whatever you just sent. So for the one that I sent earlier, what was this GJ trade that I took? It said the pair recently made a strong bullish push, large impulse candle on upward. After that, price retraced but held above previous lows, showing bullish market structure. Right now, it looks like we are in the consolidation of a bullish flag pendant after the impulse. Key zone support area around 198.600, 198.700, where recent pullbacks are holding resistance around 199 flat, 199.050, where price is wicked into but failed to break cleanly. Candlestick behavior, all that kind of stuff. It gives you the whole details. I don't feel like reading all over this again. Say bullish bias, 199.05 with confirmation. Sell scalp possible if rejection at 199.00, but bearish engulfing. Change the character on lower time frame. Since this is the 1 hour time frame, the current movement looks like a consolidation before a bigger move. Patience until breakout is key. I said give me an entry, stop loss, and TP. Then they give me an entry for bullish setup, stop loss, and TP. And then they did the same thing for bearish setup. So this is how I use ChatGPT if you wanted to do it. So what I did on my YouTube series, I put ChatGPT position up on the chart. Like I did like another short position based off of what ChatGPT position was. And then I put it there like this, or whatever case may be. Then I did mine. And this is how I compared who's the better trader, me or ChatGPT, versus who lost, who got better entries, who had a better stop loss, who had a better risk reward, stuff like that. Me or ChatGPT. but that's how you use ChatGPT. Say management tip: if TP1 gets hit, move stop loss to break even and let TP2 run. Since GVJ is so volatile, adjust the lot size so risk stays consistent, max 1 to 2% per account. I tapped in with you when I started back trading. Was asking you questions. Yeah, I remember you. I think I remember you. Yeah. Yeah. What is this fucking song in my ear, bro? The Book of Wade. Thanks for the follow, bro. I'm still headed to 3:45, and I'm gonna get off. You have a good night. Good night to you too, bro. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Bless, good content. Keep it up. Thanks, bro. My chart's solid now. Been winning all my analysis. That's a W. Let's clap it up for Keys. All I gotta do is stay consistent and keep doing the same thing that you've been doing. Less is more. Less is more for sure. You see, I trade simple. I'm working off the current higher period, higher low, and wait for breaking retest. Literally. But not, bro. I forgot who I was talking to recently. I was doing a one-on-one coaching. I was doing a one-on-one coaching call from my Discord, and during that one-on-one, the dude said, amount. Yes, no. This is GBP JPY. You can see the watermark in the background. The dude was like, I was doing a one-on-one coaching call. Was like, bro, that's literally all you do. I said, yeah. Like that's how simple it be. He said, bro, you literally that's all you do, just mark off that, and that. I said, yes. Literally all I do, bro. Literally. Less is more. I don't need to do all that extra shit, bro. Too much shit and too much randomness gives you too much room for random results. And just like that, we're back in drawdown. Let's go. High and low 1 hour dropped to 15 and 5 for entry for me. I will trade my levels on mark. Nice. Yeah, I do my levels in 1 hour as well. Trade about entering on 5 minute, not 15. But if it works for you, keep it up. Hey. I'm gonna wrap it up here though. Appreciate everybody for stopping by the stream. I'm gonna update the Discord on what I do with this trade as this going into profit or in drawdown. If you want to be in the Discord to see how I manage this trade and I'll go on about it, send me a message on TikTok. And I'm gonna drop the link. If you want a YouTube chat, just click the link in the description and there'll also be the Discord link down there. Sai really made me click. Sai really made it click for me. That's nice. I like Sai. He trade relatively similar to me. Well, I trade relatively similar to him. Just send me from now. I got you. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. When doing the Discord, see how I manage this trade. Send me a message. I'll drop the Discord link. But I will be partial out at TP1. If we hit TP1, we'll close in 50% of my position, leave the rest of the trade to run to my TP3, which will be all the way down here. If it hits stop loss, we hit stop loss. It's okay. I'm not tripping. But it's your boy Traderholic, and I'm out. Thank you for everybody stopping by the stream. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow, same time, in between 1 and 3 a.m. It's your boy Traderholic, and I'm out, chat. Peace. Good night.